Well, hello there, Fit Freedom Boot Camp. How are ya? It is right in the middle of prep week, which we also call preseason, and I thought it would be helpful if I hopped on here. By the way, my name is Chrissy, for those of you that don't know me. I'm gonna hop on here real quick and give you some tips for what you could be doing to help you get started right on day one, which is Monday. So it'll be here before we know it, and there's a few things that we recommend you do ahead of time so that you are excited and ready to go. All right, so here are the tips. Rachel has already done a couple of live videos in here. Thank you so much, girl. They're awesome. She talks about the commitment contract. A lot of you have already signed the commitment contract, but I want to reiterate again, that's where you start. You read the commitment contract that's in the files of this group here and you post it, right? You can screenshot it and sign it on your phone and post a picture of it to the group so that we know you've gotten started and you're here and you're going to stick with the commitment you made to yourself, because you're here for a reason. You're here because you want to work on something. You're here and we're here to help you make sure that you follow through with that, because you're worth it. All right. If you haven't already, I would make sure and talk to your spouse, your kids, maybe your coworkers. Have some other people in your life in your corner during this, because of course you have us. You're gonna have us every day, every step of the way. Hey, girl. But you also want to let other people know what you're doing so that they won't sabotage you. I know that was always, when I was a teacher, it was kind of like, it's really easy to go into the teacher's lounge on Donut Friday and grab a donut. But, so I told a few people at my work, I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Don't let me. All right, so get your spouse and your kids and your coworkers and your friends on board and just make sure that they're being supportive of what you've set as your goals. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to be on board and doing it with you, but I think that they'll respect you and help you out if you actually vocalize what you're doing. If you haven't thought about this yet, make your workout space, or at least have somewhere in mind where you know you're going to work out. You probably, like for example, I'll be doing lift 4, and I've done all of the B4 lift 4 workouts. So I kind of know how much space I need. So you may want to get in there and look at whatever workout you're going to do and just check it out. Probably need about, 3 feet around you. That's my guess, unless you're going to have to move laterally. But have somewhere in mind where you can easily move the coffee table. If you need weights, go ahead and look and see what the program says in Beachbody On Demand. Like for me, I need light, medium, and heavy weights. So I have those ready to go. And you're probably going to need a mat at some point. So like a core comfort mat or a yoga mat. Your coach can help you. So once you have picked your program, make sure you check with your coach and make sure you have everything you need to get started and have in mind where you're going to be working out every day. Because it's going to be easy to try to talk yourself out of it. But if you already have everything ready to go and you have a group like this holding you accountable, then you're going to succeed, I promise. Start thinking about what's in your pantry and what tempts you. So when it comes to, like, I know that if I have a bag of chips in my pantry, I'm going to eat them. And so will my husband. Luckily for me, my husband actually eats them, most of them, before I can even open the bag. So cookies, anything that you know is your go-to, ice cream, wine. If you're really committed to this, make sure that you are getting rid of the stuff that is just going to be tempting. All right, we're not saying you can't ever have it again, but I want you to start with a clean slate on Monday and just get it all out. Get it all out. Are you laughing at me? Is that about the wine? Yeah. No wine. I am going to, and some programs allow for cheat days, you guys. So really it depends on what your program allows and how you're going to fit it into your life. Like I said, this is why having a coach is so important, especially right at first, because we are going to make sure you know what you need to do and you have somebody to answer your questions. So once again, reach out. Cupboard clean out. What else? Let's see here. And so that you don't have to throw it all away, maybe have some this week, give it to your kids, take it to a food bank, anything you can think of to get rid of that tempting food. Rachel also did an awesome video about how to do measurements and before photos. So if you're looking at that video, you're going to want to make sure and do that probably Sunday if you haven't already. I know since most of us are doing day one on Monday, do your photos and before measurements on Sunday. You don't have to do your measurements every week because it probably won't change that much, but you're going to want before measurements so that you can take after measurements after a few weeks. And as far as it goes with before pictures, you're just do it. Just do it. It's probably going to feel really not fun at all. Nobody ever wants to take before photos. So, but they are for you. They are for you to look back on and see how far you've come. And trust me, you're going to regret not having them. Unless you take them. This week, Sunday. Let's see here. Have you written out your goals or have you thought about your goals? Specific, measurable goals. How much weight do you want to lose weekly or monthly, right? And we're not saying that you have to weigh yourself every day. Depends on the program you're following, but have a target in mind. Have a target ounces of water a day you're going to drink. Have, how many hours of sleep are you going to get? The more measurable your goals are, the more likely you are to try to hit those targets. All right, so set small targets as goals. What are some other good ones? Can y'all help me out? What are some other goals that we could set besides water, sleep, weight, workouts? How many workouts are you going to do a week? Right? You should already know that. I'm sure we all get a rest day. But make your workout schedule. That's awesome. As you can see, I posted mine on Monday, and I'm going to commit to posting my workout schedule for basically I'm doing it for me, but I want to show you that I'm doing it. So when you make your workout schedule, you can even do what time of day are you working out? Because if you make it a schedule and you post it for accountability, yeah, you better believe you're more likely going to do it, right? So just the timing of your workouts is important because you're going to schedule a meeting with yourself and you're going to show up, right? You're the boss of you and you don't skip meetings with yourself. It's just as important of a priority as any other priority in your life, taking care of you. That's what this is all about. The last thing I'm going to encourage you to do is, even if you don't have your Shakeology yet and you haven't looked at BOD yet, start interacting with this group right here. Just start interacting. Start making friends. Start, of course, watch the coach post, but start interacting with people. And if you did a workout, post about it. We want to know what you're up to. We want to know that your preseason is going well. Because if you start now, you're going to feel really ready to go on Monday. The only other thing I have for you guys is, if you haven't logged into Beachbody On Demand yet, I highly encourage you to go in there and start looking to see what program you're committing to. I mean, really, that needs to be step one. But you'll also notice that every single program that you already have access to on Beachbody On Demand also has the program materials. So you're going to see the workouts, like for instance, for Lift 4, actually isn't even out yet, but you can still look at the Before Lift 4 workouts. You could try some of those. But you'll notice that the program materials, if you've paid for Lift 4, the program materials are already there. You have the nutrition guide. You have the meal plans. You got to start looking at some of that stuff. And as I said before, the earlier you start doing that, the more time you have to wrap your brain around it, right? And it's not so overwhelming as if it would be if you waited until day one. We're here for you. I'm like seriously so excited because, summer can really get away from us, right? Traveling and everything. This is doable no matter what's going on in your life. And we are all going to succeed together. We're going to struggle because if it was easy, none of us would be here. We're going to struggle together, but we're going to celebrate every single success that you earn together. I love you guys. Talk to you very soon.